Welcome back. Okay, no, go ahead. Speak over me. Go right ahead and do that. You give the intro, Austin. You've never given the intro. You intro us.
Yeah, intro it, Austin. Good. All right.
Yeah, it reminds me why we never let him intro. Right. Dumbass doesn't know the English language.
He got like a deer in headlights. He forgot how to talk good.
I'm just half expecting him to do like that episode of The Office where Ryan goes to do his own pitch meeting and he just keeps saying hi to everyone. Anyway, welcome back. Fingering the pulse here with obscure reference. A lot of hot trailers dropped this week. A good many of them I'm very hyped to see. Hot. So we're going to be jumping into some trailers.
On that list was very confused about.
Patrick, who are you? Who's up? Who's up first? Let us know what's going on.
All right. So first one dropped a day or two ago. This is Retribution. It's Liam Neeson. And it's taken mixed with
Liam Neeson? Liam Neeson's niece, son. Liam Neeson's niece on
a
Nissan.
Every version of Liam Neeson movie since he did the first Taken.
Right.
This is Taken plus enter some other movie.
Right. And yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Phantom Menace.
Well, that was before Taken. Not before Speed.
Was it?
Speed was before Phantom Menace. Yeah.
I did not realize Phantom Menace was older than Taken. Okay, anyway, let's jump into... Oh, probably help if I click this this button.
Yeah,
I'm coming in a little fucking loud. Actually, let me check some volume levels.
I just saw the other
some
thing
dance
on
frogs
here.
in the chat.
Jesus.
You want some dance frogs?
Okay.
This trailers
I'm speaking good. Patrick, you go ahead and make mouth noises with your word mouth.
Mouth noises? I make music with my mouth.
Austin, make some mouths happen.
Welcome to FTP.
Actually, I do have to just quick fiddle with that.
Don't fiddle. That's not allowed. That's against the US.
I'm fiddling.
I don't even know what Patrick is singing, but he's going to get us copyrighted.
It's a pentatonic song. I don't know who they took it from, but it's a pentatonic song for sure.
Yeah, how are they not copywritten? That's what I want to know.
There's a long explanation for that, but I can tell you.
Nope. Jump in, Patrick. Let's do this first trailer.
Retribution. I haven't seen any of these trailers this week. Oh, no, that's
answer that.
It's not mine.
Harrison Ford.
There he is.
Is it a car phone?
Sorry, who is this?
There is a bomb under your seat.
This is irresponsible. Oh, this is actually sweet.
Do I have your attention?
Did I do something to you?
You sound so guilty.
What do you want?
Drive to this location.
Honey,
Why
something's
was there
happened.
blood
There's
on
a man who has put a bomb in the car. Under our seats, there are pressure triggers.
This is sun.
We can't get out. The car will explode. We're here.
Listen very
Did he
carefully.
shoot someone?
Or I kill you. Open the glove box. Shoot him.
Why are you doing this? What have I ever done to you?
Dad!
His life or yours.
Matt, I'm your best friend.
Holy damn.
You're a murderer now, Matt.
Man, I'm your best friend.
He was already going to be a murderer. What do you mean?
Well, I guess you've had a tough day. I know that you lost a lot of money for your clients who invested in your fund.
Oh, is that
A lot of
fucking...
people are worried about you.
Okay.
You got everybody's attention, Matt.
He is still out there. If you can find him, I will.
I'm in control here.
No, you're not. You hurt my daughter, son of a bitch. I will kill you. What's it gonna be?
Drive.
Okay, so alternative name for this movie, since it's basically Speed, but with sitting down, let's call it Seat.
Okay. I'm in.
I was expecting more of a reaction.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they sat down in the first Speed a bit too.
Well, yeah, but you could stand up in that one.
Oh, that was Matthew Modine.
That one was you couldn't go below a certain speed limit.
Yeah.
This one,
I think you're thinking of the bus that was going really fast and can't slow down. Very similar movie.
Very similar. It's like that. No, never mind. It's a dumb joke.
But yeah, all in all, this looks like every Liam Neeson movie. Like he's a guy and he gets a phone call and some killing happens.
Yeah.
I
was a
really,
little
it
surprised.
doesn't look bad. It just looks the same.
This looks like a movie
It
you'll
does
see on like TNT on like a Sunday night in about 6 months.
Yeah.
And which isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's definitely for a certain type of crowd. I do want to shout out Arian Moayed. I think I say his name right, but he plays Stewie on Succession, and he's great. And he was in that trailer for 2 seconds, so good for him.
Patrick, who's that
Shouts-
other guy you want to shout out?
David Duchovny.
No, the one you always shout
Frank
out.
Ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean. When is he gonna do new music? Where's his new music at?
He's actually releasing a new Dance Frog single.
Oh, sweet.
Love that for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
sample the shit out
whole
of that.
2-man audience of Patrick and John. Hit.
Good old Frank's doing us a favor. Okay,
Okay, I think
actual
it's-
thoughts on the trailer, though? I don't have much here. It
I'm not
looks-
sure.
Again,
I'm not.
it's Liam Neeson. It's explosions. He
My
has to
problem
shoot
with
a guy,
that-
maybe.
My problem with that is that somehow in the trailer we've already got logic problems and we've barely seen any of the movie, so now I'm definitely not going to see it. And
Oh yeah, no, I'm not seeing this for sure.
like if I'm already lost on like the logic of the movie with just a minute and a half of video,
right,
it's probably not going to get better with the hour and a half runtime.
I can't believe
you
I'm
have-
saying this. I'm actually kind of interested to see it. Not because it looks like amazing or anything, but I think it's just unbelievable enough that I know it's just going to be this repetitive piece of crap that I can like set aside my suspension of disbelief and just go with it. I can just accept what the screen throws at me this one time. I might actually see this.
You won't watch the Fast and Furious movies, though.
Yeah, no, I have that same hold. I'm not denying this makes no sense. I have the same hold up on Fast and the Furious, but for this, I think I'm ready to roll.
I do. I'm not. This is definitely not for me. That line by award-winning actor Matthew Modine when he's in that car and he says, "Man, I'm your best friend," and he explodes. You lost me. That was just so bad. This is a movie I'll get drunk and watch on like Netflix with friends or something.
Ooh,
He also
getting
blew up a
drunk will definitely be
Maserati,
part of
which
this.
specifically gets me mad.
Yeah, Austin, biggest fan of the Gray Man and also Gray Maseratis.
Yep.
All right. Doesn't look like this one made too much of an impact. Let's move on to
Nope.
trailer numero 20.
Much
I
like
have
most
been waiting
of Liam
for this
Neeson's
one.
career.
You take
Phantom
that back.
Menace.
He's great in the Dark Knight trilogy.
National Treasure.
I agree.
He's
He's not
great.
in National Treasure. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the guy.
It's the Declaration of Independence. Yeah,
He sticks his hand in the
Okay.
pain hole.
in the pain hole. The what?
The Eagle.
The
Hole.
pain hole.
The pain hole. Is he? He's not
Like-
Nick Cage's dad in the second one, is he?
No,
He is
that,
Nick Cage.
no.
He plays
He's-
Nick Cage in National
He is not
Treasure.
Nick Cage. And
No,
his
no.
dad.
He plays the
his
character
dad is
of
that
Nicolas
dude-
Cage.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a big Trump fan.
Liam Neeson. He plays his
Oh.
own
Not
dad.
Liam Neeson.
James Woods.
He plays his son and his dad. I watched this movie.
That's that's a Tyler Perry movie, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Please give me a Liam Neeson Tyler Perry movie.
I'd watch that. I'd honestly watch that.
I'd watch the shit out of that. He just needs to
And
break
yet-
into Just accept that people think you're funny now. Just break into comedy, but don't change character at all.
Oh,
Anyway,
you're
This
right.
is a
yeah.
total
Fuck's
tangent. A
sake.
total tangent. But did you guys know that the guy who used to do Cash Cab, the driver, is a comedian
Mhm.
and like he does
That's
like-
right.
comedy tours?
Yeah.
I can believe that.
No,
I had
knew
no
that.
idea
used to
until I
watch a
saw
lot
him
of
on
Cash
TikTok.
Down.
That's like saying
Yeah, no, he's actually pretty
famous.
funny.
It's like saying the famous Deal or No Deal host Howie
Jeffrey
Mandel
Epstein.
is also a comedian,
Oh,
or how
that one.
The
famous
difference
host of-
is he was known as a comedian before that.
Well, this guy was
Maybe
like
it's
a
the same
little
for
time
Cash Down.
comedian before that. Okay, we're way off topic here. Patrick, play the next trailer.
The answer was John Voight. It's John Voight,
Yeah.
famous Trumper. Anyway, what's next? Is it Blade Runner? It's Blade Runner.
Oh, you put Blade Runner. Never mind. I've never seen this, and I never will. Out of spite now.
Lots of people lost things in the black.
I hate you.
I was lucky.
Lapped.
I just lost a job.
What year is the second one?
2049.
I knew that.
Why did you say?
They want me back.
I had no time.
Is this
You
a
had, like,
game?
2 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it looked not like a life. A liveliness.
It's missing a certain lively charm.
Picking through the pieces. Being someone else. In places that no longer exist. That's where you'll find me. Search me
Is this like a Five Nights at Freddy's game? What is
in the
happening?
land of the dead.
You get to play as a coyote?
It's such a cool. Listen, nothing gets me more excited than watching a Blade Runner movie and seeing a creature in shadows look at the camera and its eyes are glowing, so you know it's a robot.
You're
Anyway.
a robot.
I threw that in there because Annapurna had a showcase today, and this is their
And
first.
you love Blade Runner?
I do love Blade Runner, but this is also their first in-house game that they're developing. They usually just publish games for other smaller devs. So I thought, okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's a Blade Runner game. Interesting. So I do love Blade Runner, and I think this could be good, but also, I don't know.
That showed us
See,
nothing.
I love the concept of Blade Runner. Unfortunately, my only experience with Blade Runner is the Bob's Burgers parody episode. And, well, you know, they had their fun poking fun at it. They did spoil the ending. Nothing against them. It's my fault for watching it. And now I know the twist at the end. And it's just kind of a real bummer,
What
and I
twist?
can't bring
There's
the
no
twist where they're all robots.
Not all robots.
That's first of all, that's not confirmed, and second of all,
Oh.
that's not the twist at the end of the movie.
Not even a
Oh.
twist.
Sweet.
Go
Now that
watch
there's
it.
not a twist, I'll definitely check that movie out.
Go watch it. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
they're
Go
not
watch
all
it.
robots, and they don't all discover that they've had all their memories, and they've got all the same memories of each other because they're all robots.
You're just gonna have to watch and find out, man.
Well, now
It's-
you're just saying
it's-
words.
It's notoriously a opaque ending, so you have to bring your own conclusion.
Okay, sweet. I'm in. I'll check it out for sure. And then I'll watch Patrick play this game, because I'm still not that interested, but I like watching people play games.
Listen, all I want from
I
this is a small, smooth 8-hour experience in the world of Blade Runner, and I'm in.
Ooh.
That's all I.
I don't
If it's good, then it's great.
like. There's a theoretical world where I'm interested in a Blade Runner game, but that didn't show me anything other than like it made it look like you're playing a Five Nights at Freddy's game where you're like streaming through cameras to like stop you from getting attacked. Like I didn't get
See,
any
I don't know if
sense
it's
of what it
that
actually
vibe
is.
exactly, but you're not wrong. Like it doesn't show you any gameplay whatsoever. If it's combat or if it's more like spying and sneaking around or what. But I don't know that I got a Five Nights at Freddy's type thing going on from this.
The vibe I got, and this is probably my second time watching because I was watching the showcase earlier, but the vibe I got is, knowing it's a smaller, probably a AA, smaller game by Annapurna, it's probably going to be story driven. You're probably just going to be solving mysteries, and that's what him turning that dial, looking at those different landscapes is all about.
I swear to God, if it's just a dial turning game, I'll buy 3 copies, no questions asked.
Honestly, there's ways you can make that work. I don't know how, but I'm sure someone could do it. But yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there.
I'm intrigued and happy I can still see the original.
Go watch it, dude. Actually,
Also,
come over
okay.
and have the final cut.
As far as I know, that's the first instance of a non-human robot, right?
Yes, I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure. Because you're
Because,
right.
like-
Normally, it's yeah.
Aren't all robots non-human
Why?
robots?
Well, okay, you're correct, but meaning a robot shaped like an animal rather than a human.
Usually that
Aren't
eye
humans
effect is
animals?
seen- Usually
You're
that eye effect that we
unblowing
saw
my
with
mind
robots
right now.
is seen with like humans that aren't actually humans; they're replicants. So that's why Austin's mentioning that. And
And then there's
Oh,
also the whole
replicants,
thing
like a
with Jared
lizard.
Leto's character. There's the whole thing with Jared Leto character where he literally like births replicants, like they're
yeah,
like human babies and like embryos or whatever in the second one.
I want to watch these movies again, man.
And he does weird shit where he covers
wanna watch the
himself
second one.
in the like fluid of it and is like he's some weird like
Dude,
it's just Jared Leto at 12 out of 10.
I don't want to see Jared Leto's sex tape. I really don't.
He's
Yes.
also blind.
he is blind. Yeah, dude, the second one's so good. Oh my gosh, dude. I love that movie.
Anywho,
It's really not.
Patrick, you're the one with strong feelings on this game. What you got for your overall takeaway?
Overall takeaway, I need to see more. I typically don't have a whole lot of hopes for video games based on 20, 30-year-old franchises. Since it's Annapurna, I have a little bit more hope, but we'll see. I'm holding my breath a little bit. I'm not holding all of it in because I like breathing, but I'm not. This isn't doing
Okay.
it.
Who's up next in terms of the trailers?
The least
well,
interesting of them all.
you
Oh, wait,
already
no.
talked about
The
it.
second to next is the least interesting of them all.
Oh boy.
This one is interestingly bad.
Hi, this is Mike.
Oh,
I just
yeah, I
wanted to
forgot
see if
about
the
this
job
one.
that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
I would
Shaggy's
take
in this movie?
anything.
Yeah.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go
I
yet.
also got PETA from.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Nah.
Come here, man.
What is his job? To be a security guard?
Yeah.
For an abandoned pizza place.
Well,
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddie Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
see, that's who he's
What do
guarding.
you know?
Ooh,
It's coming out in
Halloween.
You
Halloween.
must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them.
Oh,
Them
balls.
and then saying them again is not scary.
That was a horrible noise.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddie's top to bottom.
Hello?
Hello. Sound like
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Bobby! Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Bobby, go!
That shot was so ridiculous. Oh my god. The one where they're just standing there, it's a full screen shot of the two Freddy animatronics.
Where to?
oh,
Why do I always get the weirdos?
excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, it doesn't. I don't know.
Man,
So
why would you pay to go there?
The
Can I-
Freddy's?
it's closed.
For
They
fun.
said-
No,
they said they
no,
closed
no.
it.
I mean to the movie theater.
Oh, well,
Like
Well,
that.
it's Blumhouse, so you'll get all of the horror fans there.
yeah. Five Nights
But
at
the
Freddy's.
scary part of the game was you had to look to the left and right, and there might be a guy there, and he might be gone, and holy shit, where's he coming from? I don't care if a bear is haunting a man in this place. It's scary when you're the one who has to be panicking about what direction they're coming from. This didn't look scary at all, and thanks to that loud ass ringing noise in my ear, all I am is annoyed. Annoyed and peeved. I'm not going to pay for this.
So, I was curious. Alright. I did a little bit of a deep dive. I watched a game theory series of videos that covered the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. And
Are you trying to place this one in the timeline?
I'm not even going to bother. That timeline is convoluted as fuck. I am not even going to bother trying. But the lore here, my point is, it goes super deep, and they said stuff in here that lines up with the lore, so I feel like the people that are a fan of this franchise are going to be there night one. Like, for sure. And if it's good word of mouth...
Five Nights.
So I'm gonna get weirdly deep on this, because now I'm breaking down, like trying to contextually break down a trailer for what is ostensibly a terrible movie. But I think that, yes, John, you're right, that this movie is going to be not scary in the way that the games are, but it's going to be scary in a different way, and that it's much more of like a slasher film where like you've got the murderous animatronics, and so I mean, you know, there's a formula there. You can make that in all the different contexts you want, and it's decently scary and people enjoy them. I mean, they still make Halloween to this fucking day, so like you can, you know, do it. But my concern is they've shown that shot of PETA getting stuck in that chair twice now, giving off Saw vibes, and it's like, it seems like they're not picking a lane. Like, they've got a lot of different horror tropes going on here, and they need to like be focused so that you know what you're getting into and you can enjoy yourself if you're a horror fan to go see it. Again, not my thing. However, pretty impressive shots, like full cam shots of animatronics, like that, and they don't look jank at all. Like, it looks really well shot for something that could so easily take you out of it. So I think this will probably be a good movie for, you know, people who are into this kind of horror genre. Just not for me.
So, just real quick, throwing this out there. The video we just watched was uploaded 2 days ago and already has 14 million views. So you tell me if people still like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, and I don't think it matters.
Franchise name, but if they were to,
I don't think that it matters. But I don't think it matters. It could be anything. This is kind of my point. Like, the reason horror movies can do so well is because you can make them for so little money, and it's a repeatable trope that is consistently good. So, like, if you have a director and who understands the trope and can play it in a different context based on, you know, the details you want in the background, you can make really, like, you know, good movies for that the moviegoer who wants that type of movie over and over and over again. It's why Blumhouse exists. I mean, they make like strictly horror movies, and they keep putting them out, and they keep making money because it costs like $5 million to make the movie, and they make 50 and are happy. Like,
yeah, that was more in response to John saying people don't like this stuff anymore, and that's just not true.
Yeah. It's just it's an audience, right? I mean, on the business side of it, you play within the audience. You know it's a certain size, so you make movies of a certain budget so that you don't expect more people to come to the movie than the genre typically has, and you print money. It's like,
yeah,
that's great business sense out of them. And Five Nights at Freddy
I'm
was
not saying it's a bad idea, but I'm just saying the only reason it's going to make any money is brand recognizability.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be a solid horror.
If Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't a thing and they were just making animatronic Chuck E. Cheese's coming to kill you, nobody would be in that theater. That's a stupid premise.
I hard disagree.
No, people would see that. People would see that for sure.
I disagree. Anyway, you know, this could look worse. I'm not unimpressed. But, you know, it's kind of like the Mario movie, where as long as I'm not, like, wanting to blow my brains out at the end of this, they will have done their job. If they can make it mildly entertaining, they win. If it's better than that, they really win.
To be fair, at the end of the Mario movie, I did kind of want to blow my brains out with how they ended it.
How many times?
The rest of the movie was good.
Yeah, they did just kind of make the ending happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why did it have to be? Whatever. We already went through this. We have a whole review on it. If you want to go see that,
go watch the review.
Well, we actually the audio was bad on it, so we don't.
Oh
on
fuck!
Mario?
Yeah, Mario and Spider-Man. We ruined the audios on both of those, so
I know
you can't watch
Spider-Man.
it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
You guys tried to do Spider 2? Oh, that one didn't get up?
No.
No, we. I might have had Patrick muted the whole time.
Oh
yeah.
no.
We both liked it, if that helps.
Anyway, so now I get to go
We
on
had
my
a lot of good
Mario
takes.
rants
It was
again.
really
The ending
interesting.
sucks.
Wish you could have been there.
Yeah.
Why did they have to set
Okay,
it in the real
what
world?
I
That makes
wanna
no
know-
fucking sense.
Forget that part. Why do you think this next trailer is the worst one? I've been so hyped for this for so long now.
Because I don't like Futurama. I don't care.
It's been canceled, like 4 times, and this is its 5th revival? 5? Yeah, no, it's coming
it's
back
unnecessary.
from the dead. No, dude, as a fan of the series...
It's like when they brought Arrested Development back.
Oh, God.
It's not like that, because 1, that was horrible, but this is just a show
So will this.
that runs its course for a season or 2 anymore, gets canceled, and then revives, comes back with a different tone to it. It evolves with the times, not like Arrested Development, where they just lost lightning in a bottle. I love watching the revivals, and I'm super hyped for this new trailer. Granted, I think the original run of the show is still the best, but without the revivals, we wouldn't have the movies, we wouldn't have the final finale, which was the best one to date. I have no idea how they're going to revive it.
I'm mostly just trolling John. I don't actually I don't have any strong opinions about Futurama. It's just not for me.
We've had 3 fantastic finales. Let's go for one more. Let's do it.
We have not had 3 fantastic. We've had 2 pretty dang goods.
Hulu.
And 1 happened.
Hulu.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, they already worked for the Box Network, so let's give them a chance here.
I love this in the corner.
$6.99 with commercials.
$6.99.
That's good. That's good.
That's a banger right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Welcome to your new home. Our new home. Oh, we're back, baby.
In 2 seconds, you will collide with your destination.
Good news, everyone. We seem to have survived a massive disruption in the flow of time.
Wait, what exactly happened?
Here, look at this. Stop fighting!
Ooh, those guys come back.
Okay, I'm done. To the ship!
A new virus has broken out.
I've developed a test to see who's
Oh my
infected.
God.
You jam this Q-tip up your nose.
Oh, jeez.
That looks kind of fun. I can't wait to do it hundreds of times.
Oh, they're bringing back lots of characters.
Say, you interested in a job?
That's what you do in revival.
Well, they don't always, a lot of these have only ever appeared once in the series, maybe twice.
Sorry, guys. I'm a flatty.
I'm not seeing any Zach Brannigan yet, and that's disappointing.
Lens gave me gift.
Oh, there it is!
You do you, weirdo! Bite my glittering festive ass! Yep.
Scruffy, classic.
Easy, we'll burrow out. Burrow!
Come on.
I deserve that!
I'm just glad you're back.
Would you like to order erotic scented massage oil or fuzzy handcuffs?
Yes,
God,
guys?
that's creepy.
I mean, yeah, so creepy.
That honestly looks like it's going to be one of the better revivals. I'm pretty hyped for that. Looks timely. They got the Rona stuff going on, in the
very
Hulu
timely.
apartment. It was timely for when they wrote it. Okay, it's relevant. We're still in it. Hashtag don't listen
It's
to the
not.
CDC.
Listen, they started this a year ago. We were, I don't want to say out of it because we weren't at that point, but we were past.
Shut up and let me have this.
I thought the meta
all in
part
all,
of it,
I'm pretty hyped.
Meta Futurama was funny with the Hulu stuff. There's some stuff you can do there. It's not replicable. Like you can't do that over a long stretch of time, but it's fun for a little bit. The like play and COVID stuff. This has been my contention the entire time, even back to when COVID was still mildly relevant.
So
when we were existing in the COVID world,
say that word about the virus.
COVID.
Okay, well.
COVID.
YouTube shoot him, not me.
So even when we were actually in COVID, I didn't want to live in a world of COVID and then go watch media that was also about the world of COVID. So I don't want it in this either. Like it
if
happened.
Anyone's
I don't
listening,
need
he's
to
just
experience
pronouncing
it
the genus for crows and ravens incorrectly. He is meaning to say corvid. These are corvids. Corvids.
Now my thoughts on this.
Corvids.
I'm a thoughts in on that part that got an eye roll out of me. I do think there's a lot of other like stuff around here that's good, but like I get to that one episode with the coronavirus. I'm just gonna be rolling my eyes the entire time because
He's saying corvid even worse.
It's just not something I want. And we already have word that what's his nuts. Ari Aster's next movie is going to be set during the pandemic, and it's like I just don't want that. I just don't want that.
See, I don't disagree. I don't want a series of that, but I'll take an episode. Might not rewatch it as much as I rewatch the others, but I'm not going to be offended that it's there. And in the past, when they've done their meta stuff, like when they were on the Box Network and then quit the Box Network, it really only lasted like an episode, so I'm not afraid of their meta narrative either. I think they're going to have like 1-2 episodes of that. Maybe it's even the same episode. And then they just walk away and go back to more goofy adventures. That's at least my hope for this. But
meta narrative's fine.
No, meta narrative's fine, but I didn't come to Futurama for a meta narrative.
Right. The last revival that I saw on Hulu was Animaniacs, and they did something very similar, and that show also got canceled after like 2 seasons. So
they should have, though. I didn't like the Animaniacs revival. They missed it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah.
All right, name your top 5 favorite Animaniacs. Okay.
Animaniacs.
Well, there's only 5. It's only Pinky and the Brain and the original 3 because they got rid of all the other side characters for some freaking reason.
Well, you said original 3. I'm not convinced you know who they are.
Wacko, Yakko, and Dacko.
Yep. All right.
Okay, but yeah, all in all, I'm hyped for the revival. Looks just as good as the others.
Can't wait for them to do a Christmas movie on the Animaniacs revival called Dacko's Wish. Alright.
Not 1, but 2 hay pennies. Okay, come on. Next up, we got
Dune your mom.
Dune your mom.
Hey. Okay, that's funny. Make the magic happen. Dune.
Oh my God, it's Tetsuo.
Dune it, tune it.
This world is beyond cruelty. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades. My family's been fighting them for centuries. And they were massacred. Alongside my father.
Your father didn't believe in revenge. We believe in Fremen.
Big facts.
Let me fight beside you.
Reload!
He said that. I got that. Thanks.
I won't be fighting for him. I'm fighting for my people.
You young pup.
Do you believe in Poe?
There are signs.
The prophet. Why is that a bad thing? Use it.
Because all my visions lead to horror.
Because
you lose control?
Because I gain it. Johnny, do you believe in me?
Paul Atreides is still alive.
Wow.
All right.
Deal with this prophet. Show me who you are. Your father
I don't understand the black and white stuff.
was a weak man. Look who's back from the dead. I will do what must be done.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
I will love you as long as I breathe.
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
It's not a prophecy. It's a story.
I don't care what you believe. I believe. I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. Under the seals of God.
He who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
Come on.
Yeah,
When is that coming out?
looks good.
I wanted to pause the cast list, but here's the date. November
I'm gonna be there like opening night, midnight, first show, guaranteed.
Absolutely. Good lord, that was a good trailer.
Wow.
Honestly, there's a fair
I'm gonna-
chance I just hop on right after and do the thing if that's possible. Because God, I'm so hyped for that.
I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take the complete opposite side of you guys on that one.
Oh, God, that
Is
was
it because you're a little pussy biscuit?
Oh. Love how he's like, I have
Define
a
that
different.
for me.
I love how he's like, we have a different. I have a different opinion. We're both just start insulting him immediately. Like, no, you're wrong.
You say.
So, up until that first scene where there was the two armies battling, literally all I was thinking during that whole trailer is, you can't show me anything else about this movie. Like, I know there's a great cast. I know it's Denis Villeneuve, so it's gonna look great, and the shots look great. So the more I see it, all I've done is like check the same box that I'm gonna get from any trailer that they show for these movies. So in my head, all I was thinking is, at this point, you should just stop releasing trailers, because the only thing you can do is you're not going to increase it anymore. Like, the people who want to see it, and the only thing you're going to do is release too much, and someone's going to find something they don't like. And then I saw those two shots of the two armies battling, and that looked bad. Like, just actively did not look like good shots, and that made me want to see it less. Now, I'm still, like I said, last time we watched the first Dune trailer, like for part 2, if they do like a back-to-back where like I can watch Dune 1 because I still haven't seen it and then go see Dune 2, I will. But that trailer was a negative for me. It wasn't a positive. Like, I got all of the things I expected out of it, and then I got something I didn't like.
Oh, man. That there are like so many shots throughout that entire trailer that just had my head, like, my jaw was like on the floor. Like, this was visually stunning. I'm seeing this, and
But what is the don't you think it's? I mean, my point just being like, it's the same in all the trailers. Like, I'm not disagreeing that there's a lot of great shots. Like, Denis knows what he's doing, and this movie is gonna look great. So like, I'm not trying to say it looks bad as a movie, or like him and the DP don't know what they're doing. It looks great. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that was any different in this trailer than the last trailer, or the teaser, or the trailers for Dune 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to jump in here. I don't know why Austin says he thinks this looks bad. This is beautiful to me. But honestly, I didn't even come here for the special effects or just to drop my jaw at how good this looks. I came for the plot and the character development, and just by like seeing Paul grow in this trailer as compared to the first one, I'm so just invested in these characters and where they go. It looks like we're going to get not necessarily a lot of payoffs, but a lot of like slow burn build-ups and maybe some payoffs. But this looks great from a character perspective, and I just don't know why Austin hates it so much.
Can someone explain to me the black and white? I don't under. Why is that a thing?
That's a choice.
I don't see through that lens.
But is it a choice that is like specifically relevant to something about that planet, or it's just a choice that Denis made?
It's probably a choice.
I think it's just an artistic choice.
Because I didn't like it in the Thor movie either. Like, it's just annoying.
I liked the Thor movie. That was one of the only things I liked about that movie.
Because they're not even playing with it in an interesting way. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do in this movie either. Like, if it's just on their planet, like, you're not doing anything interesting with it. Like, and it's the same problem that I had with...
Well, what if it's there to just, like, highlight a really important scene? Like, maybe that duel we saw has a lot more significance than the trailer let on.
Oh.
Yeah, but how does the black and white do that?
As someone
it just emphasizes, like, this is different than the rest of the movie. This right here is significant. Just jams it down your throat in case you were breathing too easily.
Like, my thing is... Now I'm gonna so that Star Wars Visions episode that we were talking about, where they were messing with the colors, right, to show
the paint one,
where her, yeah,
the
I think it was the very first one, where they were messing with the depending on like where she was at in terms of her thoughts on the Force is an interesting way to use the changing of colors as representative of something, and that can be a fun idea. So if there's a part of that actually involved in this movie, then that's an interesting and fun idea. I just haven't seen it done that way, in a way that was useful.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I still don't get why you think that makes it look ugly, though. Because this looked great, honestly.
I see.
Add it to my list. The world's biggest Gray Man fan and the world's biggest Dune hater.
See, for me,
I like the idea that you're just standing in the desert yelling at like stupid dunes. Look at your
I just
sign,
secretly
God
buy a
hates
beach
dunes.
house with a dune in front of it so I can just yell from my lawn.
Just dig it and put it into much smaller piles so they don't qualify as dunes.
So,
Patrick, you were going to say something relevant?
I was, and for me, it was a mixture of, jaw-dropping cinematography mixed with, knowing what's going to happen in the second movie and seeing these characters that I know have been cast. I know who's playing them and seeing them show up. Like, we haven't seen Christopher Walken's character in costume, in action yet, so this was...
We just saw him.
Well, yeah, that was the first time we've seen him. Like, he hasn't been in any...
Okay, I thought you were saying we haven't seen him yet. I was like, he was in that trailer.
No. Like, we've seen Florence Pugh's character, like, in costume and stuff, but not in motion until, this trailer. And so I don't even... We've seen very little of Lea Seydoux' character, but she's in here, too, and I'm just really excited to see the rest of this first book of Dune just fold out and,
Can you, give me some context for those, metal wardrobe parts that they had? Because that is, very visually distinct in that it's so different from the rest of it in terms of the, House Atreides and their very torn kind of look. And then there's, very stylistic choices with some of the other sets of characters. But, that looks very specifically like it's trying to make it stand out.
Which are you referring to?
There's two close-up shots of a woman, I think, in full metal garb, where you can only see the head.
Is it like this one?
I
Can you
can't see what you're doing. So,
okay.
What number?
Enslave us! This prophecy is how they enslave.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. So that's the princess. That's Florence Pugh's character. She is the daughter of the emperor. The only really excuse I can the only really real reason I can give for that is that she's the daughter of the most powerful man in the galaxy. So I don't know if there's significance to that. There might be that I'm missing, but that'd be my best guess.
I mean,
Well,
I imagine it's the same
just,
reason
like,
you wear a
clearly
crown.
they're
It's
trying.
like, it just looks fancy. Like there's no effective use for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's like an. I'm just saying like clearly chose. So like even the metal, like in the presumably metal in the weapons that they're using is like dullish colors, and then they went with like a very polished, shiny color for that. So I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean I don't know anything about the backstory of any of it. So that's the thing is like it's clearly visually distinct for a reason, and I just didn't know why.
Yeah, I think it's just
Because-
brutal headwear. I think the comparison could be made, or the contrast could be made, that like any sort of object that's spent any amount of time on Arrakis, which is where most of the action takes place, is going to get a little dustier, grimy, or dirty just because of the nature of what that planet is. But so if anything, it could be a neat little contrast for that. But yeah, no.
All in all, I'm super freaking hyped. I
I'm
cannot
seeing
wait.
a lot more. I'm seeing a lot more Zendaya in here, which is good because she's only in the first one for like 5 minutes.
Get
So,
a last name.
At
Get a
one
first
point-
name. I don't know which one you need. Just pick one and then get the other.
At one point, like a minute into the movie, I hadn't seen her yet, and I was like, "Man, she's really missing from this trailer."
Yeah.
Oh no, she in it. She in it hard.
You know, a lot. Okay. But yeah, there's some things they're not showing that I know happens in the second half of the book that I'll be curious to see how they are able to translate that to screen. But yeah, other than that, I think this looks really good. I'm excited
Is it
for
for
this.
sure gonna finish up the first book?
I'd be surprised if it didn't. I could pull it up. I could grab the book and just kind of leaf through and see where the first one left off, but like it was right around the halfway point. So I did see a headline for how this might be part 2 of a trilogy. And I don't know if I've seen that confirmed anywhere else, but that's kind of
wasn't the quote from Denis that he wanted to do the first 2 books and then hand it off? So is that the trilogy part?
That would be because the second book could probably be adapted into one movie.
I'm pretty sure I may be making that up, but I'm pretty sure in my head I read a headline that he said he wanted to do the first 2 books and then potentially hand the series off to someone else.
I think I remember reading that too. I could totally see that. I just don't know if that's actually been greenlit or anything.
Well, I mean, Denis just says I don't want to do it, and then it's greenlit. So like, I don't think there's really unless the studio signed him to like a 10-book movie deal or something. But like,
yeah, no, he has plans for a 3rd film and TV spinoff. I don't know if that's still happening or not. But yeah,
hopefully it doesn't fall to the same fate as Matt Reeves' TV series.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be about.
But
the rumor was that
all
it'll
in
be
all,
about the
looks
Vinegar Girl.
really, really good.
And I'm excited about that. I'd like to see more yet. Okay. Yeah.
Did you
It's all right.
guys see the Superman announcements?
Oh
Nope.
shit! Yeah. I haven't. Yeah, no, that's big stuff.
They announced Lois Lane and Clark Kent for
Superman.
James Gunn's upcoming Superman. They're bold
Superman doesn't
choices.
use guns.
Well,
That's-
everything I've heard about the guy who's playing Superman is that he looks like Superman, and he's wanted to play like his dream role was Superman for like the longest time. I've seen that same story
But,
like 3 different times in my timeline.
He's got a look for sure. He looks kind of skinny. He's gonna have to bulk, especially coming off of Henry Cavill's. I don't know anything about his actual acting ability, but I mean, he could definitely play the character. He looks closer to like Brandon Routh's Superman than like Henry Cavill's, and then they're in different universes. But Gunn is like closer to Zack Snyder to me.
No, I can see it. Like every picture I've seen of this new guy, it's like, yeah, I can see it. And I do trust James Gunn, probably to an unhealthy degree that he's gonna get this right. But
I hope so.
Yeah,
his choice for Lois Lane is an interesting one because
that
like,
one
coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
her name.
I don't know.
Rachel Broshannon, yeah.
Yeah, she headlined the Marvelous Miss Maisel, which I know is very popular.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So, I think they're bold choices, which I mean James Gunn isn't afraid of, and I do think one of his strong suits is, like casting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I have faith in his ability to pick good actors for it. Obviously, the guy playing Superman is kind of like the stereotypical pick the guy who's not well known to play the well known character.
Right.
So I think that
strong job.
Yeah, I think the Lois Lane choice is much more interesting, and I'm excited to see how this comes together because it's supposed to be. Isn't it called like? It's called Superman Legacy, but isn't it like younger Superman compared to the Zack Snyder world?
It is gonna be a younger one, but it's not gonna be an origin story. I think is what God has said. It's taking inspiration from All Star Superman, which, if it's at all like the anime movie I think is based on that comic book, that should be pretty cool.
Well, it's gonna be such a so. This is like more of a conversation about the Superman movie in general, but like James Gunn picking himself for this movie is so interesting because like a lot of the crux of Superman is like about why being the good guy and making the good choice is the right one in a world that more and more often makes the selfish kind of choice, the not as noble choice. And James Gunn like makes weird like dark humor type movies. I mean, he made a horror movie for so he's an interesting choice to place in this movie.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like as he was writing it and he got to I just remember like people asking him, "Do you have a director yet? Do you have a director yet?" And he's like, "I'm almost done with the script. We don't have a director yet." By the end of the, when he was done with the script, he's like, "No, I actually feel really good about this. I'm going to direct it." And you're right. It could. This doesn't seem like your average James Gunn movie that he would be like directing or even writing, but like everything he said about like the DC universe at large, and also specifically about Superman, it tells me that he gets it more than I do, just because I don't really care too much about DC outside of Batman. But he strikes me as the guy that gets what it's all about when it comes to Superman and the DC universe at large. So
he's certainly going to make bold choices. I mean, we can see just in the lineup of movies and shows that he's gone with that.
Yeah,
he's going to take a swing, and it's going to be a big swing. It's not going to be a modern MCU base hit swing.
And honestly, I think it'll work out because that seems so much more interesting than what's happening with the Marvel stuff. But
the interesting thing is, like, you look back. I mean, people look at it now and they malign Zack Snyder's choices, but he made just as bold a choice. So, you can. I mean, it can go bad just as easily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, many argue the reason why Zack Snyder's is so bad because he's missing the points of the characters that he's making movies about. Yeah. And like, hopefully, James Gunn doesn't make the same decision or doesn't have the same problem. But like, I mean, he's choosing a lot of out there stuff. And I mean, I guess you can, the same arguments made about MCU. Iron Man's a huge character now, but he wasn't.
He was
before 08. So like, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that he's making a Booster Gold show just makes me very happy. So it's like one DC character I know. Anyway.
And it's confirmed to not be Nathan Fillion, right?
I don't know. Because I think all they did was...
Because that's what everyone was saying it should be him for a long time. And now it's like kind of past the point. past the pale with that. But
Yeah, that for sure seems more like a James Gunn kind of project than Superman does. But yeah, I'm just a little upset that we're not getting that Superman's delaying more Peacemaker, but it is what it is.
You guys make me feel like Krillin sometimes.
Good.
make you feel what?
We make him feel small.
He's a guy in Dragon Ball Z. He's absolutely powerful. Like, I think he's definitely got the power to blow up a planet, but compared to everybody else, he's so irrelevant. He's got to be at least 1 million at this point. Fucking Vegeta at 22,000, 29,000 can blow up a planet. Krillin can blow up a planet.
I don't want to get. He probably could. He probably could. At the end of Super, probably.
But just compared to, like, you know, the god level characters, he's irrelevant. So I'm still useful. I'm just considerably less informed than you guys are. I know, and I'm good at it. Don't tell me I'm not. It's the one thing I have in life.
Now wink at the camera. Wink at the camera.
Wink at the camera.
It was funny.
Did I say it out loud?
You did, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, I was nervous. But
That's okay.
that's going to be it for Figuring the Pulse this time around. I think we've covered everything we came to cover and then some.